Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the whole SNAP EBT situation because the government's going to shut down and that means that there's no more SNAP funding. But more importantly, I wanted to talk about the people on SNAP, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions when it comes to how food stamps and stuff like that work. Now, personally, in my state, I don't know how it is in other states like liberal states, but I know for my state, you cannot get food stamps if you are not working. Like, they will just not give it to you. They're not going to give it to you if you're not working. They're not going to give it to you if you don't have a disability. And in my experience, you have to keep proving to them that you're disabled. So just saying that you're disabled one time and getting a doctor's note isn't going to work. You have to keep on doing it. So, you know, they're not going to give it to people that don't work. And if you don't work, you have to have a reason for it. So, like, you have to be disabled. And I don't know what it's like with children. Growing up, we never qualified for EBT. It's funny. I always say that we were broke, but we were never poor because we never qualified for food stamps growing up as kids. So I don't know how it's different with kids. I really don't know. But I know, like, in my state, you had to work a minimum amount of hours to qualify for EBT. So that's why I kind of get, like, annoyed whenever I see, like, so many Republicans that are like, oh, why don't you guys just go to work? And I'm like, there's people that work that are on food stamps. It's not just people that are lazy and don't want to do shit. So yeah, that kind of always kind of got on my nerves. And I think that is one of the main reasons why, like, I've never really wanted to call myself a Republican, like, besides, like, abortion and stuff like that. That was also another factor of why I think I never really could get down with the right. Because I just feel like when it comes to poor people, when it comes to disabled people, I just feel like there's just so much I'm not going to be able to say it, insensitivity. And don't get me wrong, I know there's people that are abusing it. Like, there's women out there that got like 8 kids and living off the system. That I get. But that, you know what I would say to that, and this might be controversial, I feel like that's why we shouldn't be, you know, that's one of the reasons why I'm pro-choice, because women need the choice to keep the kid or not. And if they don't have that choice, I feel like the government, who's going to be responsible for taking care of those kids? It's going to be the government. So I feel like I have the mentality that the world doesn't owe you shit. That's my mentality. However, with the overturning with Roe v. Wade, I feel like, yeah, if you kind of like took away this woman's choice to terminate her pregnancy, now I kind of feel like you do owe her, you owe the kid something at least. Because the kid didn't want to be there, and the mother didn't want him there either. But you forced it, and since you forced it, now it's your responsibility to take care of these kids. Because we can't just force women to go through with the pregnancy, and then be like, oh, I don't know who the hell's going to pay for it. We can't do that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, like, what are these kids going to do that need this to, like, you know, live? And that's why I think abortion should be available to whoever wants one, you know? But even aside from abortion, because that's a whole other argument that we can get into on another time, I just think that I wish people would just stop assuming that just because somebody's on food stamps, they're fat and lazy. Because that's just so not true. When I first started getting food stamps, it only happened because I, like, got really fucked up at work. And I literally couldn't work. You know what I'm saying? And, like, it's not easy for people, like, it's not easy to prove you're disabled either. They make that hell. Like, they make you go through so much shit to prove that you actually have medical problems. So that's not, like, something that, like, you can just get, like, from a doctor's note. So that's just my 2 cents. And this is, again, this is why I say, like, so many Republicans are tweeting shit. And I'm just like, oh my God. I had to delete Twitter because I was just like, I just can't listen to this anymore. But no, it's not just lazy fat people that are on EBT. You know what I mean? Like, there's also disabled people. There's also like, elderly people on EBT. There's, you know what I mean? And like I said, I guess it's state to state, but I know in my state, both Ohio and Florida, you're not going to get food stamps if you're not working or if you don't have a disability. You're just not. So that's just my 2 cents. And I did read something that I think 2 federal judges have ordered Trump to use the emergency funds to cover SNAP. I had to look into that more. But I more so wanted to talk about the mentality people have towards a lot of people on food stamps. I think, like, I get it on one hand, because I do think a lot of women have kids to live off the system, and I think that's bad. But for the people that actually need it, it's like, you gotta realize there's people out there that actually need it. You know what I mean? Oh shit. This is me in my Drake Bell picture. But yeah, there's people out there that actually need it. And I've seen some shit like, oh, we should make them like, drug tests. We should drug test everybody on EBT. And I'm like, you realize that'll be so much more money. So is it about the money, or is it about wanting to punish poor people? Like, that's why I say, like, yo, that's why I hate both sides. Because the shit that I've seen this past month, honestly, it has been disgusting. And I'm like, yeah, every day I get reminded on why I'm, like, not for either side. Because, yeah, people get hurt at work. People lose their jobs. There's so much shit that people go through. There's so many medical problems that people go through. I know when I went to a food bank, I got a lot of shit for going to the food bank. These motherfuckers had nerve telling me, you got your makeup done, you got your hair done. I'm like, first of all, motherfucker, I had these wigs since, like, 2020. Back when I was balling. Second of all, my nails, I haven't got my nails done in years. Like, what? Like, literally, I got so many comments saying, you got your nails done? I didn't even have polish on. What the fuck are y'all on? And what's the last thing? Makeup, same thing. Makeup lasts for years. If you take care of it, it can last up to 7 years. I think that's what, like, somebody at the Mac store told me. But yeah, my makeup, like, my James Straw palette, look at this shit. I've had this shit. Look how beat up it is. I've had this for years. So my makeup is not, like, it's not like I'm out here spending tons of money on makeup and then going to, like, you know, a food bank. So I just think people make a lot of assumptions, and the thing is, at the end of the day, you don't know somebody's situation. So I just wish people would shut the fuck up and know what they're talking about, first of all. Because like I said, a lot of times, in a lot of states, you can't even get food stamps if you don't work. So, you know, you don't know somebody's situation. And there was another video I saw, like, this dude was so pissed off because somebody had like $27. A mother got $27 worth of cupcakes for her child's birthday with food stamps. I'm like, it's a fucking child's birthday. Like, are y'all okay? And here's another thing I'll say. If you support giving money to Israel or any any foreign country for that matter, I don't want to hear you say shit about food stamps. Because the way I see it, the reason why I don't want to send money to foreign countries, the reason why I want to kick out illegal immigrants is because I want to put America first. So if we're not going to help our Americans that are in need, that are poor, that are disabled, what the fuck is the point of America first then? Like, seriously, what is the actual point of America first? If when it comes to the disabled, the poor, we're just going to say fuck them. You know what I mean? At that point, you might as well bring the fucking illegals in, because we're not going to be taking care of Americans either way. So that's just my opinion. I feel like I've seen a lot of crazy shit on social media in the last 10 days, and a lot of it's from people I follow. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of it's from my friends and, like, my mutuals, and I'm just like, I've seen so much shit. It's like, do I say something? Oh man, it's not gonna be a popular thing to say. I'm probably gonna get shit for it, but I have to say something, because otherwise I'm just gonna be a fucking phony. But yeah, anyway, happy Halloween. I think I'm gonna talk about something else. I don't know. But happy Halloween. That's just my 2 cents for today. And I'll see y'all next time.